Yes. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
It was so graphic. Yes. Sorry. It's giving Halloween. Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding.
JC.
Ding 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 ding.
Okay.
That's how I'm coming.
Starting off with saying.
Sorry, that's how I'm coming for y'all next Halloween. Ding 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 ding.
I'm gonna need you now.
Sorry.
Let me take this communion. Come on. Listen. Was you finna do? Listen to this track.
No, I was saying blissa.
Oh, I was about to say. Ghetto.
Alright.
Cheers. I don't know who Baldine is. Girl, let's just go ahead and spread on because I text you and said I cannot wait to talk about power. Now I know by the time y'all see this, it'll be another episode, but we just gonna go through what we got this for. Cause we're not too far ahead. Girl, what you think them children gonna do when they find out?
I don't know, but it's getting
What Monet did.
It's getting kind of hectic. And truthfully, fashion, it's getting kind of hectic. Okay.
For real.
First of all, for a little split second there, I ain't gonna lie, I thought Tariq was at least going soccer, Effie, because he was mad.
I did too. When he told that bitch you can walk.
It's like you felt the betrayal in his voice.
Yeah, he
looked at her. He was like, "Stop." He's like, "Tell me the fucking truth, Effie." I was like, "Oh my."
She was so scared. Where are we going, Tariq?
Yeah, I'm looking at her like, "Girl, you know damn well where you at." She trying to act like she don't remember.
Trying to black it out and shit, No, for real. I was like, I was so scared, and the fact that he went back and smashed Diana.
Right. After all of that, the fact that Diana had 2 sex scenes in one episode, I guess they said we want to shut y'all up. We about to show you.
First of all, speaking of sex scenes, I am so mad that she gave that Hotep nigga some pussy.
Me too. It didn't look like it was ass.
Yeah, it just didn't. That's why her sex scene was corny because he just didn't look lit.
No, he didn't, and she her face was faking.
They made her look cute in the scene.
She looked great.
She looked cute in the scene, but like I said, it definitely was giving fake, and I'm like, was this your very first sex scene that you've ever done?
Yeah.
Because again, I feel like if he was finer, then
it would have been easier.
No, I'm serious. You don't feel like that? If he was finer, it would have been easier.
If he was finer,
is not fine.
Then it would have
the
been
way that
easier.
she kind of was giving him the eye and gazing when he first was introduced into the episode, I was like, he's not even fine for her to be gazing at him like that.
Looking like Bambi.
Yes, I'm like, he's not even fine with that fucking hoagie.
Well, he ain't my type. I ain't gonna say that he's
not ugly as shit, but he's not fine.
He's just not my. He's
he
not
ain't
my.
A Woody.
No. Oh no, honey. Oh no, he ain't.
He ain't even no Lorenzo.
Because Lorenzo look good too.
Yeah, he ain't even no Lorenzo.
Big Lorenzo. I'm talking about Big Lorenzo.
Yeah, Big Lorenzo. I came.
He got big swag to him.
Yeah. Stop it.
I'm sorry.
No, but for real, I'm just like, it wasn't, the sex scene wasn't given, but this file, the way that sex keep creeping around, because you know that relentless motherfucker. Yes. I said, Cooper.
Yes.
Cooper. Now, I ain't gonna even lie, when he followed Jenny to that fucking safe house, I was waiting for him to fucking snap. I said, Cooper, this is your time to give me one chance. You got one chance to get me on your side just a little bit. And this is your time to shine. And he fucking failed me.
He blew it. He
fucking blew it. He fucking blew it. I was like,
I thought he was gonna give us everything he had in that moment. I'm like,
is the pussy that good? Like, he was really in his
head. Had to be, and yes, because even with his reaction, like further down the line as the story is continuing on, when we've seen in recent episodes, like the energy he's giving is just like, I'm kind of unsure. I don't know if he's going to decide to come through last minute or what, because I'm not sure what this angle was as far as this conversation he was having with her regarding them. Because at the end of the day, I knew he was going to have to flip it that way. That's what it sounds like. He finally gave in when he had that conversation with Lauren on the couch. Like, this could be the moment that you put him away. It won't be necessarily for something that he did, but it'll be like, giving justice for the things that he has done, because he is a monster. So I'm like, but you want to know something? Let's go get into Tariq. He's full of shit.
Oh, I didn't know that's where he was going with it.
He's full of shit. When he was acting like talking about his dad, some stuff like when I was looking at the screen a little bit like, hold up.
He was like, I didn't know my dad.
Yeah, like I guess he was trying to
I think he was trying to downplay their relationship intentionally just to kind of
try to
show some distance. You know what I mean?
Or some relatability so she would feel, so she was to kind of break the ice because she probably isn't expecting it, but at the same time, mentally, he's probably trying to prepare himself even out loud. Like, I know I'm about to have to grill this bitch, and I'm going to have to make her tell me the truth because, honestly, it's too much shit going on. It's too many double crossing, and I need to know where we stand.
There was a few moments that they had where he thought she was about to tell him, or, you know, of course, what she said, and it just didn't, it didn't go through. When Lauren sent that text and said, meet me on the west wing or whatever, I said, oh, shit, I knew
I thought it was going to be over.
I thought he was going to break down, cry, and all, but you could see the pain in his eyes, like that he missed her, like, oh my God, I can't believe you're here, but like, it was like, what the fuck, and oh my gosh, at the same time, you can tell he played that part. He went through a lot of emotion, and one thing I could say, and I ain't gonna lie, I tweeted this the other day, I said, baby, Tyreek has earned the name Ghost Jr. this season.
Yes.
Because when I tell you there were so many moves that he did, how his father would have done, like, I felt like every 5 minutes.
He cut Effie and Braden out the, what's it called? I was cracking. I was like, quick thinking on your feet.
I said, oh, this is giving Ghost.
Yes.
Every 5 minutes this season, I felt like I was saying, oh, this is giving Ghost. I said, you are Mufasa's boy. It's like he's still in hot water, but he's still trying. He's still making it to the other side. I'm like, oh, you are proving through and through that you are your father's child.
Diana, do you think she's gonna go down though? Didn't you peep that there was a camera on a rooftop thing? You think she's gonna?
And I said she would be the fucking one that gets caught up there.
And what's it called? It just implicated her too. So they gonna try. I feel like they gonna try to use that.
Episode
Lauren,
3, when she was like, don't reckon I saw up there with us, Diana. They might try to flip it and make it seem like that she was the ringleader or something. You know what I mean? And not her mom.
The Queen Pen Jr.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. This could go so many ways, and I'm like, it's getting to be kind of hectic. It is. It's Sullivan and what's her name? Blanca.
Girl, when they rolled up on tape, and he texted her, he says, "You're a motherfucking liar."
Yes. I was cracking up.
I was screaming.
I said, he's gonna be upset.
I said, oh, it's just getting too good. Like literally every episode this season thus far, and that was like what, episode 6 or 7 or something like that.
Yeah, it was episode, I think 6. Yeah.
And literally every episode from episode 1 this season,
they brought it
action packed.
They brought
fulfilled, had you sitting on the edge of your seat. They unturned so many stones, brought so many different dynamics into play, you know, even down to Drew with the play cousin and you know, Gordo.
Oh yeah, how is that gonna unfurl?
Yeah,
and then especially since you know he was the one that, you know,
right, and this whole clapback on the Russians and him, it's a lot going on. Like I said, it's getting kind of hectic. So we're on the edge of our seats.
And honestly, just to throw a last little tidbit in there, just to, you know, I'm gonna start my shit. I don't know who's worse between Raquel and Monet at this point. I can't make up my mind. When I was thinking, I said, because, oh my goodness.
They're both ruthless as fuck.
Talking about like Xing off a loved one and a quick heartbeat. And I'm saying, though, some things that people do are unforgivable, but she really just, she murdered him, but at the same time she didn't, because she did put it in, it's like she put a hit out on him. She put it into play. Like she
knew what she was doing.
She read it. That was corny as shit. Like,
she knew exactly what she was doing.
Because it was an accident. He didn't do it on purpose, but I just think that she didn't believe him. The audience, we know that, but I don't think that she believed him. I don't think she believed him at all. I think that's the reason why she went through with it, and she just was so sick with the whole situation. Like I guess her grief took over. But honestly, for real, I felt like she took the anger that she had out on herself on Lorenzo. I felt like that's in a way.
Like she let her guilt get to her, and she took it out on Lorenzo.
Yeah, and just let it unfold. But yeah, I don't know. We shall see, boo. We shall see.
Girl, speaking of unfolding.
Yes.
Let's just get into real quick what's going on. This Freak Me documentary.
Girl.
And with the way things are unfolding, with the fact that this documentary is still in development, and the way that there's already, pushback from professional women, maybe some men as well, but you hear more so about professional women that want to push back as far as a lawsuit. I guess pretty much being embarrassed in regards to their character, saying that it can affect what's going on today and their careers and so on and so forth. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, I get it. But, you know what I mean? Like, how many of probably your CEOs or CFOs or, you know what I mean, old videotapes and things like that that just haven't, arrived or surfaced, rather, to the public.
Like blankface.
And, like, it just, right. Like it just so happens that this one specific year, like, you know what I mean, is being documented. Why they chose this specific year, I don't know. Did you read into why they chose this specific year?
I don't know. No, I didn't. I don't know why they're choosing. I don't know. Maybe it's...
Because it's not like it was the last year.
No, but maybe it's one of the biggest years or somewhere. Or, there was a chain of events or a turnout that they feel like they need to let people know, publicize it. It was that legendary, maybe.
Right. And I'm like, and I feel like the spotlight won't necessarily be put on the actions that people were doing, like people having a good time. Like, you may cheat some shots to yourself, and like clearly I don't think that there would be any explicit videos of anybody like having sex or anything like that, because let's be clear, clearly a lot of the film in this documentary is going to be pulled from many different people. You know what I mean? True. So I don't think it'll be anything like explicit to that nature. But if you just happen to be, during one of those moments where they're just kind of showing a flashback and showing something, and you just partying or whatever the case may be, like, what's the problem? Well, like, I get it. We're not going to pose right now on social media in today's time and do all of that. But, first of all, somebody has to be able to identify you. You don't know how close or wide the shot is going to be and all of that. It may be the back of your head showing. You may not even know it was you. You may only know it's you by the crump you had in your ponytail, like, or the outfit you had on. You know what I mean?
Something small.
Right, something small. So, I just felt like I get it, but on the other hand, it's just like, we don't even know what it is yet.
True.
Like, you know what I mean? We haven't seen it yet. We're not even sure from what specific aspect is going to be taken from. So it's just like, I get it, but kind of calm down, because there are those of us like myself who are anticipating. I like to live vicariously through the film of history, because I wish I was there.
I'm cracking up.
Okay.
But at the very same time, I have to say that I think I had to think about, like, because it was so funny, because I actually posted it on our page, like, about the lawsuit and all that and stuff like that, and then it was another one where someone made a response and was like, all right, well, as soon as y'all done, we gonna pack y'all the fuck up and let's talk about girls going wild and all of that. Yeah. And I'm just like, well, they showed a lot of stuff on there, like, they showed
really
people.
Did.
Yeah,
I'm about to say that. They
so I'm like,
the wild and the filming and airing. So,
and in Philly, in Philly for us, it was the Greek picnic. So I can remember driving through and driving past like Lemon Hill and all that, Gerard Avenue, and the streets is filled with people and everybody just out there going crazy. It's like music playing, people half dressed, twerking, or whatever that is. And I'm like, and that looks different nowadays because, times are different, but it still was a crazy, real lit, a lot of sexual energy, so to speak. It was, hip hop, all that shit was out there. So I don't know. You never know what they might make of this. I don't know. They might have some crazy pictures. They might have some. Who knows? I don't know. But I can see. I mean, your CEO is whack if you judging somebody off for something they did when they was 22. You're corny, and they're like 45.
Right, and depending on who your CEO is, he or she may not even be watching this documentary. Like, this documentary may not be of no interest to them whatsoever.
But social media definitely do play detective, and they will find your ass.
That's it.
If one person say they know you or they recognize you, that tweet will get blown up.
Absolutely,
and it will go from Twitter to Instagram.
I get it. To TikTok, to YouTube, to everywhere else. So I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. But all right, that was what's going on in the streets that we wanted to just touch bases on real quick. Let's go ahead and get into. I can't see the time. The first topic.
Oh.
Anna, you introduced this topic. You want to go ahead and present it to the people?
This is the moment. Oh my God. Where is it at? Oh, here it is, yeah. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. So.
What's wrong?
Didn't we do this already?
No, we talked about doing it, and we didn't do it. I said we can just go ahead and put it on the next episode. Remember we were kind of bantering about it a little bit, and I was like, well, we might as well just go ahead and remember. I'm sorry, I was following up with
All right.
I guess we're
sorry, y'all. We had a moment. So apparently, this woman went viral, and she was opening up about her struggles with touch starvation, and she was talking about how she was struggling because she doesn't get hugs and she doesn't get touched by other people. She started off the video by basically making a disclaimer saying, like, if you are a person who feels like this is something that you can relate to, this post is not for you. This is solely for people who can relate to what I'm talking about, what I'm speaking about. And she went on to keep talking. And from what I gathered, because the video was entirely too long, she was like, people tell her to do things like, oh, get a massage, go get your nails done. But from her response, she was like, that those people don't love you. They don't care about you. So it's a different kind of touch. It doesn't have what she's looking for. So
the
touch from it's just they're being nice to you for the moment. That's it. It's not from a place of emotional ties. So from what I got from that, I just feel like she was maybe she was growing up as a child. She didn't get that from people in her family. Period. Not her parents. Not from people. Period. So that's just what it seems like to me.
Did she detail any of that? I know you watched the full video. Did she detail any of that in the video?
No, but okay. She definitely did specifically. And the only reason I said that was because prior to homogenizing everyone and lumping everyone into one response, she definitely did she definitely did put a spotlight on those who are parents who feel like their kids don't do anything but touch them all day long, nonstop. And it's like, oh my God, and they're overwhelmed by it and it's annoying to them. And they were saying things in response to what she was saying. She was like, this ain't for you. And if you feel that way, I'm sorry. But I mean, I guess that's something that that's not what I'm referring to. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. So that's why I'm feeling like maybe it was the exact opposite for her. It was just like, maybe she was never allowed to do that. Maybe her parents didn't like that, and maybe they weren't affectionate to her, and maybe people in her family just weren't affectionate. And some people do come from families that are like that. Like,
maybe she was
across the board.
She was in the system. I mean, right?
Who knows?
Like, there's many different scenarios and different reasons as to why somebody wouldn't be physically touched, or physically nurtured, rather all the time growing up. Like, I remember, again, when you brought up this conversation, when I noticed that it was on the list, I remember saying, like, growing up, I don't remember my mom hugging us a whole lot. I remember, like, we would come together and, like, pray in the morning and stuff like that before school, and we would all kind of do, like, a group hug kind of thing before that. But it wasn't every single day all throughout my childhood. It's something we kind of gradually started as I got a little bit older. But also, like I said, I don't remember my mom saying, like, overly an overwhelming amount of time saying, like, I love you. Like, I know my mom loves me. I've heard her say it to me a number of times. But as far as, like, people like, my mom told me she loved me every day. And I'm like, no, me and my mom talk almost every day, but we don't say we love each other every day. But love is also an action word. You know what I mean? So I don't feel like that I was slighted. And I'm not saying that to say, oh my God, her mom told her she didn't know. No. Let's stop that shit all the way the fuck right there. Because what I'm further moving forward to say is, I don't feel like I was slighted in any way. My mother showed me that she loves me. You know what I mean? To this day, I am a grown-ass woman in her 30s, and my mom has, never, at any point in my life, I have never felt like my mother didn't love me or that she didn't have my back. Like, you know what I mean? So, for me, I guess I kind of felt like I didn't always have to hear it in order to feel it. And I know that this woman specifically was talking about like touch starvation and all of that.
Yeah, she's saying it's been 5 years since she reached, so it's maybe she never got that at home, and then the only reason she's getting it is from a significant other.
Right. So maybe who knows where what her family dynamic is like,
or even her friendships, because it's like it's been 5 years. It's like, well, what's going on? How you've been? What is 5 years of feeling this way? It's like, where is this coming from?
It sounds like she's somebody who doesn't have anybody intimate relationships at all.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like
but I hate to play devil's advocate, and I hate to bring this into it, but it's like, okay, is there something that you have not learned up until this point to be able to be open enough or social enough to be able to identify the people who do want to be in these types of intimate relationships with you, so that you can, get this physical touch and be able to get that kind of love and affection. Because I don't want to necessarily say what's wrong with you in that aspect, but in a lot of scenarios, and again, my mom just said this to me the other day, if something keeps happening, or if something is a continual pattern, you have to look at the common denominator in the situation. And if the common denominator is you, whether it's your lack thereof, your lack of stepping out, your lack of, kind of putting on a happy face and kind of putting yourself out there to be vulnerable enough to be able to have access to gain those types of relationships, or no matter what it may be, you have to turn the mirror on yourself at some point if this pattern is continual. Like you said, she said 5 years. 5 years is a long time to go without any physical relationship,
meaningful touch, be it someone who's romantic or platonic. You know what I'm saying?
Because I'm just like, my friends, I see y'all or talk to y'all all the time, I don't hug y'all when I see y'all. If it's been a minute, we will. If it's been a friend that we ain't seen in a long time, oh hey bitch, what's that? But, and again, it's the same thing with my parents and all of it. But again, if you don't have any style of these relationships on any level, relative, whether it be romantic and or platonic, at some point you do have to you have to turn the mirror on yourself and figure out what is it that I'm doing, or what is it the lack thereof that I'm doing, again, to be able to position myself to be able to acquire the affection that I'm yearning for.
It's something. It's really something, because it's like, you don't like pets, because that's a good source of, I know for me, honestly, having my little puppy dog, I love my little puppy dog. He made me so happy.
That's my little Clarence. Mine pisses me off a lot.
He bad, but he makes me so happy. Like, he is the cutest, and like, and it's crazy because I didn't realize how much happiness he brought to me until recently. As the month, I'm like, oh, he really makes me happy. I be looking forward to seeing this little stinky soul.
Right, if the house gets too quiet, you be like,
where you at? So I mean, but you don't like pets. People recommended it because, I mean, at least you don't have to have, animals do get smart. Now don't get me wrong, they do stuff, but they can't go back and forth with you, and they are loyal to you because you care for them, and it's pure love. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if she should, but if you're not a pet person and you just aren't, maybe
right.
You
And again, even though not to necessarily harp on the romantic version, but you can't fuck a pet, so that touch is not the same. You know what I mean? True. A pet can massage your back.
Cats can.
I mean, you got to train them to, and you can kind of hug and cuddle a pet, but technically they can't hug you back.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if that's the kind of touch, that she's yearning for, a pet necessarily wouldn't be.
I don't think a pet
supplement.
It wouldn't be her best option, or her, most, what's it called, that option.
Right. To some degree, it will probably help, but it would. She would need some more beyond that emotional support.
I think it's giving therapy for sure. It's giving therapy. It's giving therapy. Maybe even some type of physical therapy.
That would be a good idea. Go ahead, Anna, talk to the people.
Just trying to help the folks.
Tell them.
You're gonna get your touch, though, Mama.
Oh, Mariana.
Huh?
Can you not? Well, we were previously talking about. I'm sorry, I gotta sneeze again, and I'm trying to hold it. It's really bothering me. I took my allergy medicine before I can, but some of it just I guess still trying to dry itself out. Excuse me. So the first topic we discussed was touch stories, and we specifically discussing physical touch. Well, now the second one leads us into more emotional and good connections. So I saw a tweet that was interesting, and when I read it, I was just like, ooh, damn. It kind of slapped me in the face a little bit. So I'm gonna just go ahead and give it to y'all so we can dive in.
Oh, I know it did, because it read you.
Yes, it. Did I ask for it? Amen?
Like a blind man reads Braille.
Thank you.
Amen.
Shit. So, I'm sorry. Hold on. Pause that real fast. So we were saying. I wanted to go into the tweet that I came across that I know slapped me in the face before Anna so pleasantly gave me an amen. So, a good connection can be ruined over the simple fact that you miscommunicated or chose not to communicate at all. A good connection can easily be lost because you chose to ghost instead of speaking on your fears, feelings, and intentions. Just think about that. And when I say it slapped me in the face, it only slapped me because I am the queen of ghosting something the moment something irritates the hell out of me.
And I can't say that I haven't used that method before too, because I definitely have. But like, I'm definitely have, at least you want to know. Even if people, you have heard my gripes if I cut ties. That's just where I'm at with it now. You have heard my gripes, probably more than once too. Probably more than once in some situations.
Right, and I'm not going to lie. I thought back to some of my more immature days, and I was like, damn, I do feel like I'll be the first person to say, I feel like everybody has somebody that they feel like they messed up and lost out on. And that was like one of the first things I thought about when I read it, because I was like, of course it's been times, because I'm the queen of saying I'm often miscommunicated, just because of generally like my way of thinking, my personality and things like that. But like I said, it kind of made me think about my younger and more immature years, and think about like a situation was like, damn. Like, and as I got older, I reflected back like, damn, I know I fucked it up. But there's nothing you can do about it at this point. You know what I mean?
Damn, is it bad that I'm at a moment of transparency here. I don't feel like I missed out on nobody. Like, I don't feel like, do I think that if certain things were different, that maybe the situation could have been different, and it could have been successful?
Yeah,
yes.
That's another level.
Is that another level of it? I'm going to say, okay, because I don't feel like damn, like.
Yeah, that's another way to say it too. Like, oh, damn, I wish things were
something else
worked out differently.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I get, okay. I just wanted to clarify.
It's synonymous.
Okay.
It's synonymous. So, but that's why it really slapped me in the face, because the first thing I thought about, I'm like, damn. I'm like, you can tell I'm getting older and more mature. Because if I wasn't, I wouldn't have had that self-reflection moment. Yeah. And kind of knowing that, damn. And being aware of what my behaviors were at that time. So, yeah, again, even when it comes down to the communication piece, like we said, there's definitely been plenty of situations where I've either gotten frustrated or didn't like something, or something wasn't I just wasn't feeling it. And it was like, you know what, I'm not going to even waste my time and waste any more breath or energy on this. I'm just going to stop all communication. True. And I know some people consider that rude or ignorant. I mean, but again, in my more immature days.
And I feel like, honest, and if it is a good connection, and even if things do cease and just, remain dormant for a while, like, I feel like sometimes eventually you might come full circle with that, and you might become, back on one accord with that person again, and have that and restore that connection and hone it and whatever that may be.
Even if it's not to the level that it was once before. True. You still may be able to salvage
what's left.
Yeah, what's left. Like, even if initially, you guys were lovers in a relationship, if it ended badly, due to some miscommunication or whatever the case may be, and again, you guys can kind of, it works its way back in some way, and you guys can at least salvage a friendship, because you guys know at the basis that you were great friends, I think it's something worth
I want to
engaging
continue to remain that way. So
yeah,
definitely.
yeah, I think it's something worth engaging in, because even when it comes down to all my exes, me and all of my exes are cordial. You know what I mean? I respect all of my exes. They respect me. We all, I feel like in all of my relationships, even they might have not have ended amicably, but I feel like it ended on a level where there was no big bang, no bad blood, and so on and so forth. So I can hit up all my exes today, see how they're doing, all of those things. So I don't think that there's, anything wrong with being able to salvage a friendship if a relationship didn't work out.
I could see that, yeah. Even though I do not hit them niggas up.
No, I'm not, and not to say that I do hit up my exes. I'm just saying, like, if there was a case where we came across each other,
True,
or
you
know what I'm saying,
definitely.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean. It would be no issue. I definitely don't call my exes. I have no reason to. I have no reason to. An ex is an ex for a reason.
Ex
Come on, case of the ex. Dun, 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 dun. So did you have anything that you wanted to touch bases on or provide input specifically with this topic, this comment?
No, I think I've said all I had to say. Hopefully y'all found your way.
Yeah, find your way.
Yes.
Not sending the people down the yellow brick road.
I mean, we all gotta go beat our feet down there doing. Like, I mean, our paths just be different. So skip your happy ass.
I mean, to each his own.
To each his own. Yep.
More power to you. Keep your eyes on the prize.
Yeah. That way. That kind of stuff. Oh, girl, we didn't even do the boss of the week.
Oh, damn, we sure enough didn't, Larry.
How we skipped that?
I don't know, because y'all know we done fucked up this week. I think it's the end of the month kind of thing. We done fucked up.
Girl.
We absolutely sorry, but at least we didn't end the episode without mentioning them. Damn, we didn't even choose one for this week, I don't think.
Well, I did.
Well, go ahead. Add them in. Before we go to our throwback.
So, the boss of the week is Rex 6 Luxury Athleisure, or R6. I don't know. I'm trying to say it the right way. Rex 6 Luxury Athleisure. Yes, I said it correctly. It's a black-owned luxury athleisure brand. Comfortable luxury athletic wear for all. It is made in Philadelphia, based in our city. Use the hashtag carry with care to be featured if you decide to cop up on some stuff, so they can repost you, and let the world know that you carrying it. You feel me? They got nice colors. Yeah, they make kids clothes from what I see. They've got different shades of colors. It looks like it's good quality. Let me see.
Good quality.
Yep. Yeah, it looks like it's good quality, and you can mix and match them with different kinds of sneakers. And if you a sneakerhead, this is a good brand to go see. I mean, I got a pair of sneakers with a couple crazy colors in them. Let me go see about these sweatpants and this sweatshirt. And they got the joggers that I like, the ones that come up but fit, like, cropped at the ankle. Though,
I like those
fitted.
Too.
I like how those fit. They
kind
fit
of
really
like
cute.
high waist fit. Yeah, I like those too.
It's
They're my favorite.
so cute. Yep, and they got some popping ass colors. I can see a little mango, see a little teal berry, little
mango.
Yeah, a little lime.
That's my favorite.
Couple cute colors on here. So check them out. Definitely go see what they're talking about. They got sweatsuits for sale, and like I said before, use their hashtag pound carry it with care. My fault. Carry it with care to be featured. All right. Yeah, give them some love. Official page of Rex 6 is their Instagram. Official page of Rex 6. Check them out.
Come on, boss of the week, and congratulations. I'm sorry y'all yelling like this. Excuse me for a second. It's like an allergy season, and this is killing me. I have to make sure I wasn't dripping in my nose. Okay, it wasn't. I thought I felt it. I'm sorry. Anywho, well, big shout out again to Boss of the Week. I like the fact that they're a collective brand. Children, adults. I think, family people really can appreciate that type of brand where they can go and get something a little bit for everybody. So that's what's up.
Yep.
So we didn't forget about you. It was done in a different part of the episode, but we didn't fucking forget about you.
We just did it the old way, that's all.
Right, the
That's
old way.
all.
So speaking of old ways, we just gonna go ahead and take it back real fast for our tribe throwback segment. Now, we talked about touch starvation, having good connections, and things of that nature. So the question I proposed for this tribe throwback is, have you ever regretted losing anyone? A friendship or a relationship? Or is there like a friendship that you kind of maybe think about, a relationship that you think about and kind of maybe wish, again, maybe things happen a little bit differently? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yep. But I mean, I just accept it for what it is. I mean, it's not like it's more or less my fault or anything like that. It's just.
And was it a relationship or a friendship?
Is what it is. A friendship. It just is what it is. Like, it's just like, okay, cool, fuck it.
That's interesting
Yeah.
because that's also, I'm probably all looking. Y'all won't see the ribbon. Look at this.
It's allergies. See, these allergies been.
And it's fucking killing me. Like, I'm
What's
tired
that?
of my nose dripping.
What's that move they be doing?
I took my medicine before I came. I think that's what it is, like the floaties and stuff.
That's how these joints are
No,
rolling
for
up.
real, they rolling up on my fucking nostrils like.
Come out this saying what you want.
Right, this shit's killing me. Sorry, y'all. I'm gonna try not to snip in a mic, but it's killing me.
Sorry, y'all.
That was my example too.
Okay.
A friendship. I'm like, I've had friendships that I no longer have. And I thought about like them. I wonder how they're doing, or if things would have worked out differently. Because I don't feel like there was any friendships that ended that was necessarily my fault, to be honest.
I'm screaming.
So if you if you happen to come across this and you happen to be friends with a friend that I used to be friends with, or they happen to see this in any other shape, way, form, or fashion, I don't feel like anything was my fault.
I understand.
And if you feel differently and otherwise, you get my DM and we can talk about it.
I'm screaming.
Because I really don't. I don't feel like anything was my fault. But again, I do have, if there is a situation, I'm like, okay, I kind of wonder how they doing, or if things would have went differently, or if they wouldn't have did this, we would probably still be friends. Because again, I don't feel like anything was my fault. And if you feel otherwise, okay, clearly you don't have my number, so you can DM me. What?
Anywhere.
Well, I'm just saying. As far as relationships, no, there's not any relationships that I want to make. But I regret ending.
Right, yeah. I mean, they were there. And that's it.
Yeah, not any relationships.
Yeah, it is what it is.
No, so don't call me.
Yeah.
Okay?
I'm trying to come creep back.
Take it back. Return the sender. Okay?
Okay.
No, thank you. All right. Anything you want to give the people before we head out and wrap this thing up, baby? Excuse me, yo. I'm so sorry. This shit is hurting my neck. I keep feeling like
No, just continue to show us love. Meet us in them comments, and when we post those stories, we're intending to engage with you guys. So please engage with us, cause we like y'all. We want to know what y'all be thinking sometimes, like. And it might be, you never know, we might be preparing y'all for something new that's coming up on the show. You might want to jump in the mix. You might want to do that.
In the mix. Get in the
That's
mix.
it. Yeah, we got TikTok,
no
Instagram,
trail.
all that. Yeah.
Trail. Yeah, so yes, listen, follow us, like, subscribe, anywhere that you listen or watch. We would greatly appreciate it. Leave us a review anywhere that you watch or listen as well. Again, like Anna said, we would love to know what you guys are thinking. If it's anything negative, we really don't give a fuck. Outside of that, yeah. Thank y'all for joining us for another week. We'll see y'all again next week. And on the way out, I am Chrissie IG.
And it is I, Anna.
And together we are
To each his own.
See you.